Hello, I'm Ralph White, and I'm the author of a new book, The Jeweled Highway, On the Quest for a Life of Meaning, and I'd like to tell you a few things about it. First of all, it's the story of a search for a deeper insight into the nature of life itself. It begins with my own childhood in Wales, a very alienated adolescence in the gritty industrial north of England, journeying down Route 66 then, looking for a greater sense of adventure in America, hitchhiking to Maccu Picchu in my early 20s, crossing the Eastern Himalayas into Tibet after a month at a Tibetan monastery. It speaks too about the insights I arrived at and the conviction that we need to create a more holistic and ecological culture, and how this led me to be intimately involved with centres such as Findhorn in northern Scotland, Omega Institute for Holistic Studies in upstate New York, and most of all the New York Open Center, where I have been for so many years now, working to bring these perspectives, these practices into the heart of the big city. The book also speaks about significant figures, writers, the great psychologist Carl Jung, the great spiritual philosopher Rudolf Steiner. And perhaps more than anything, the book is, I think, a story of hope for people who feel weighed down by the superficiality of the materialistic, consumer-based society that we live in, and who long for something deeper. It's a hopeful story about how, despite the ups and downs, somebody can find a more meaningful relationship to life and to reality, and can contribute to what is now a growing emergence. We are seeing these holistic perspectives are no longer the fringe phenomenon they were 30 years ago when I started out, or 40 years ago. And I should also say that the book is fun. I wrote it for people to enjoy. This is not a ponderous and heavy tome. It's engaging and fun. And friends of mine who read an earlier draft said that they literally couldn't put it down. So who am I to argue with that? So I would say to the readers, you will really enjoy yourself, I hope. This book is both deep and fun.